Joining us right now is psychiatrist Dr. Ricardo Whyte. Doctor, we've just seen those two mass shootings in workplaces recently, the one in San Jose, the fire station here in Agua Dulce. In your opinion, does the pandemic play any kind of role in this rise or increase in violence?
Well, Colleen, thank you for having me. It's very logical that clearly there's stress from the pandemic, massive disruption in our lives. And with disruption often comes stress. So I think that's reasonable to conclude.
You know, I want to talk a little bit about stress management in just a couple of minutes. But a lot of people will say they saw signs early on that there may have been indicators, but they didn't think it would go this far. Are there some signs that people should be looking for? Well,
you know, with mental illness, you're looking for change. You're looking for disruptions in normal patterns, at times impairment in function. Those can definitely be things that, whether it's, you know, as managers or, you know, even as fellow workers, that we can tune into and respond to, whether it's notifying, you know, additional support, but definitely noticing those things should trigger us to act and obtain support.
Is there an age group that maybe is more susceptible to this?
In terms of workplace violence, ma'am?
Yes.
I don't know if I would say that. I think if we overwhelm people, you know, and if people come to the point of feeling overwhelmed, I think it can be easy for us to get to this point. The bottom line is coping skills and a person having a sense of a way of dealing with their stress is going to determine how much they can tolerate.
Let's talk.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit, stress management. How do you help yourself? How do you help your coworkers if you see signs?
Well, I think a very important question that you need to answer for yourself is what's within my control and what's not within my control. And that's incredibly important. Sometimes those things that are not within your control, perhaps you need to get additional power or more responsibility so that those things can be within your control. But then once you've determined what's within your control, especially as it relates to stress, then you're taking a look at, hey, what are my coping skills? How do I self-care? What are the resources at work, whether it's a union representative or the EAP or a coach, a mentor, sometimes a peer mentor even? What are the resources available at work? But then what are the resources in my personal life, my exercise routine, my commitment to celebrating my wins, and even learning from my losses, retooling, pivoting if I need to. So and you know, what spiritual practices ground me and give me more depth and ability to deliver more value. So there can be things we can review in and of ourselves that help us with coping.
And quickly, and don't be embarrassed to reach out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That can be one of the most important signs of strength, is comfort with saying, you know what, I need some help.
All right. Dr. Ricardo Whyte, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Colleen.
Take care.